the name of our teacher 3 times. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the organization of Buddhism. Just some ideas so we have it, so that way it can help you, so you can open more book or go online to study a little bit more about organization in Buddhism. You know that Buddhism is adaptable. Buddha is a wonderful teacher, okay? He not imposed on us. He didn't say that you have to follow the guideline or the dogma or something. He tells us that you depend on yourself, okay? Because he treats you with love and respect, okay? In Buddhism, we practice with love and respect. Nobody imposes on anybody. Nobody says that I'm the absolute power or teacher, so you have to follow me. Even Buddha says that, okay? So that's a wonderful thing. You know, Buddhism is a 36th century ago, but the first religion have a parliamentary system, okay? Buddha have a representation on his students. He respect them, and they represent, and they form the Sangha. And you see, like the precept, even the precept, it's like you thought, oh, maybe it's the law, maybe it's some discipline Buddha imposed on the disciple. No. Every time his student or his disciple made a mistake, he made the investigation, and everybody study why that person made the mistake and what solution we adopted so we can change it later on. They didn't make the same mistake. Because we don't say about sin. The other people said, you're a sinner, you make a sin. It's very negative. But in Buddhism, it's a mistake. You make a mistake, you can correct the mistake. But you have to accept it. You accept that I make the mistake. And what I plan in the future, I never repeat that mistake again. And we get together, they change it. They make the correction. And it becomes a precept. It's wonderful. And he say to Ananda, later on, you can change the precept. It's not rigid. It's not like we have to do this, that, like no way to change it. It's not. It's adaptable. You see, that's a wonderful thing. Wonderful teacher. And they have 2 movements, okay? One movement is Hinayana, one Theravada, one Mahayana. The Hinayana or the Theravada, the Hinayana sometimes is say the sense a little bit pejorative. He said the less vehicle and the higher vehicle, like the Mahayana. So they change to Theravada, that's the elder school, okay? But in the Hinayana, they have a lot of restriction, like they believe only the monastic, that the men, they are the monastic. They don't accept a woman in the monastery. Only men can do it, okay? And only men can get enlightenment after they practice and they realize they reach the enlightenment. That's the final goal, okay? But in Mahayana, no. In Mahayana, the Sangha is open, okay? All of us, we become to the Sangha. In the Mahayana, on the practitioner, new practitioner, he belongs to the Sangha. That's the community practitioner, okay? And they have more respect for the lay people, okay? In the Hinayana, only they have respect for the monastic only. They are the one they deserve the respect. But in the Mahayana, no. All the practitioner, you have a due respect, okay? Like, for example, the Dharma teaching, only the Hyana, the Theravada, only monastic do it. In Mahayana, even the lay people can do the Dharma teaching. For example, in our temple, Quang Dr. Alex Quiros, he does the teaching, and I feel good about that, okay? He shared the responsibility with the monastic to do it, because he studied, because like in real life, okay? They said, before you teach, you have to study. So we studied. They said teaching is a 50% learning. So if you want to teach, you have to learn. That's an excellent thing, okay? Nobody is born as a teacher. We learn to be a teacher. So even in real life, you become a professor, become a teacher, because you're learning. You learn it, and you reach a certain level. You become a teacher, and you keep learning, keep learning. Like I have my professor, I admire him. He's my professor, I admire him very much. He told me, every time I come to teach you guys, I study the lesson 40 times before I go to teach. But he's a wonderful teacher. You know, he teaches us anatomy. And the textbook anatomy, he knows from the front page to the back page. The Ruvia, the huge book about it. But he still study. He's very conscientious. Every time he comes to teach us, he go back, he re-study. He read it 40 times before he appear himself on the platform with the pencil. He write on that and he draw the picture. He doesn't have to erase it. He do so perfect because he practice it. He's very conscientious. He's not like, oh, I know everything. If you know that, you make the error, okay? Error is human, okay? We make error, but we don't repeat that mistake again. So we try to learn it, okay? So I want to say a little bit more about the organization. Later on, I want to talk about our organization here, our temple here, okay? I have a dream, okay? I talked to Master Quang. I talked to one of my very good person I trust a lot. It's Quang Minh Leon Bryan. He's a wonderful person too. He contributed a lot to the development, the maintenance of the temple. I admire him, okay? His age, he sweat, he bleed, okay? Because he hurt himself doing something for the temple. But that's a wonderful thing, because he considered the temple his temple. And my dream is to make this temple American temple. Why I make that? I told him, all the American people, Vietnamese people, they stay here long enough, like me. I've been here almost 49 years, okay? So my children, my friends, they forget Vietnamese already. Some of them, they understand spoken Vietnamese, but on the written Vietnamese, no, they're not very good. So I talked to Master Quang Chi, even you do the teaching in Vietnamese, they don't understand. They're not fluent. So why we keep this temple Vietnamese, okay? It has to be American, because the property belongs to the country. So we have to make this temple American, your temple. So you keep it, you maintain it, you develop it for yourself, for everybody, for the benefit of the American members, okay? Because the Vietnamese people, they become American already. They don't speak even Vietnamese anymore. Like you see, the Mexican American, they don't speak Mexican at all. Some of them, they do speak, but they don't understand. They cannot read Mexican or Spanish good, so they become American, okay? So there's no Mexican American, there's only American. The Mexican native, the one they just immigrated from Mexico come here, they new. But the one they've been here a long time, they're American. So we have only American, okay? We have all the race, they come here, they get assimilated, and they become American. So you have to be treated as American, and they have to behave as American. So I told Master Quang, I told the Vietnamese nun Jew, I said, treat this temple as American temple, okay? Because that's the good things to do, okay? So that way you see it, you keep it, you maintain it, uphold it, and develop it for the future. I told Master Quang Chi, I try the rest of my life to beautify this temple, to make this one better for him later on to run it, to develop it. And the next generation, I teach teaming Crystal, I said, you become a future young monk, okay? You keep it, you develop it, generation from generation, you keep it. Buddhism is a very pretty religion. It's a wonderful religion. It's a way of life, okay? It's not really religion per se. Religion sometimes you have to have, we can call the blind belief, okay? The faith, blind faith. Buddhism is intelligent faith. You don't have to accept anything. Buddha teach you, especially in the Lotus Sutra, our main sutra, the quintessence of the Lotus Sutra, to teach you about your Buddha nature, about your intrinsic value, about your awakened nature. That's only the wonderful thing in the Lotus Sutra. Buddha didn't preach you anything. He just, on 28th chapter, he developed that. He wants to see you recognize your Buddha nature. You recognize your awakened nature, and you believe yourself. You believe yourself that I have my intrinsic value. I'm a valuable person. I'm not a vulgar guy. I'm not that, because sometimes you don't believe yourself that, oh, I'm so dumb. I'm not that smart. Buddha said, no, you're not dumb. You're smart. You don't believe yourself only. If you look back, you go back to your true home, and you try to find your true nature, you're very valuable. You have your Buddha nature. You have an intrinsic value. It's the human value. Not a human value. Like you said, does the dog have a Buddha nature? Yes. Dog, animal, they have a Buddha nature too. It's difficult for them to see, but they're not like a human being. Human being, we have a special capability to develop yourself, to elevate yourself, so you can reach the Buddha nature. You can reach Buddhahood. So before you practice Buddha, go step by step. There are 3 vehicles. After that, we say not only one vehicle. What's that? Buddhahood. That means you become Buddha. And he say one thing. You see, it's very democratic. I'm the Buddha. You are the Buddha in the future. He didn't say that I'm the only one. I'm the super guy. I'm the Buddha. You cannot reach my level. He said, no, I'm the Buddha. You're the Buddha nature. You are Buddha in the future. Why? Because he said, I'm human like you. I try. I make the effort. In my effort pay off, I become a Buddha. What is Buddha? Awakened person. What is the awakened person? The awakened person, the one who sees the truth. Right now, we live in the relative truth. We see black and white. But if you develop your Buddha nature, you don't see true color, duality. You see only one. That's only monochrome. It's not 2, 3 color anymore. Only one color. That's the truth. And you go reach that way, okay? And so just try it. And you trust yourself, you believe yourself, you practice it. And why we practice together? Because we practice together, we try to help each other. They say this one. If you eat, you want to have different meals, okay? it makes you have a good appetite, eat better. So how you practice? You practice by helping each other so we can go together, so we can develop it. If we do only by ourselves, we become a selfish person. If you go to the forest, you look at your umbilical, okay? And you meditate. You said, oh, I meditate, I do it myself. I become a Buddha. It's not that way. You go to the urban area. You practice Buddhism. That's a true practitioner, okay? The one that go to this forest, you do it by yourself. I go to mountain, I go to cave. It's not the way to become a true Buddhist person. The Buddhist person, the one have urban life, the one who want to serve, the one who want to contribute it. And everybody have a responsibility to help each other. And we help each other. If we love it, we learn together. And we make life beautiful. We make life, however, some sense, some common sense. We do together. And it's very, very pretty. It's very beautiful. Okay? That's the way we practice Buddhism. And Buddha said, the best way to practice Buddhism, to serve you, human, the fellow being. Okay? If you serve your fellow being, that you practice Buddhism. It's not always you chant. It's good to chant. It's good to study. But the main goal to serve people, to serve you fellow people. That's the way you practice Buddhism. If you know how to serve, you really practice Buddhism. Okay? So, and it's not only the time you go to the temple, you sit down together, you chant and you practice Buddhism. You practice Buddhism every day. Like people, they thought, I practice meditation, I practice Zen. You know, when I sit down, I do this sitting position, I do the meditation. No. Meditation every day, practice. That you practice awareness. Okay? You drive carefully. You drive defensively. That's meditation. You eat carefully. You appreciate your food. You appreciate people who cook for you. Your wife, your mother cook for you. And you appreciate the farmer, the rancher, the farmer, the storekeeper. That's the eating with awareness. That's the meditation. Everything meditation. Okay? Like for example, you go to the bathroom to relieve yourself. You say, okay, I reject all the dirty things out of my body. I inhale good air. I eat good air. I drink good water. I replenish the energy. So I do it. I become a better person. And Buddha said this one. You have to help yourself first before you can help people. They call tự độ tha. Tự độ, that means help yourself. Take care of yourself. If you take care of yourself, you treat yourself right, you become a better person. When you become a better person, you can turn around and can help with all the people. If you don't treat yourself right, if you don't love yourself, who will love you? You have to love yourself. You have to respect yourself. Treat yourself right. After you treat yourself right, you become a good person, a better person. You turn around, help your family, your loved one, and there help the people you don't know, your neighbor or the people on the street and know. And lastly, you help the people who antagonized you before in the past. These people, they try to hurt you in the past. You help them. And you change them. Sometimes, you know, in Buddhism, we said, we cannot change all people. You can, by your example, okay? I talked to one lady, she said, when I go to work, people, they surprised. They said, how come? You become nicer and you work harder now. She tell them, I practice Buddhism because that's the way we live, okay? We live to help the other people, he said. And they notice it. They notice that, why that person do it? Because that person practice Buddhism. Some kids, they go to school, they study better. And I talked to Jimmy, he said, when you practice Buddhism, your concentration is better, you focus better. That because you practice meditation. You know how to focus. If you focus well, you study well. Okay? That's the side effect. That's the fringe benefit of meditation. So you think about that. Think about the benefit you practice Buddhism. It makes you very happy. It makes you always happy. You don't get angry too much. We do have a feeling. Sometimes I get mad too, but we get mad too long. Maybe you get mad 30 seconds, maybe 10 seconds, and then you forget, you calm down. You say, why? Why you hurt yourself? You get mad, you make your blood pressure go up, you can have a stroke, you can have a heart attack. Why you get mad? And you hurt yourself. You have ulcer of the stomach. You have all the things. You just hurt yourself. You make the people hate you. You look ugly. So why just keep smiling? Have a half smile on your face, always happy. People think, okay, oh, he's or she's a happy person. They love you. They respect you. And that's the fringe benefit. So that's the practice Buddhism. You don't get mad, okay? You do get mad 30 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, and you become happy again. So just think about that. Think about on the fringe benefit of the practice of Buddhism, of awareness, of mindfulness, okay? Mindfulness practice all the time, okay? Try to be mindful, okay? If you're mindful, everything you do better. Like sometimes I talk to Jimmy. He's very nice. He runs to run. And the nurse said, why you hurry? I said, because he's young. He has a lot of energy. So he runs. I said, slow down. Do slow down. You don't have to rush. You rush, you can hurt somebody. You hit somebody. I'm older. He hit me. I can fall down. Okay? So slow down. I know you're young. I know you have low energy. You're a very nice person. But slow down. Be careful. Work like a Buddhist person. Work like a run slowly. Okay? That's all. Okay? Now, I want to talk about it. And next time, I talk more about organization, maybe our temple here, how we organize, how we do it. And hopefully, you can see the importance, the beauty of organization. And you see that, I said, oh, it's my temple. You want to do something right, temple. Somebody, they come in here, they do right. You don't get mad, but you stop them. The leader, they don't throw trash, or they don't respect the environment here. They do something to the statue, something. You tell them, stop, don't do it. Because we keep it for all the people, not for yourself. I want to make it pretty. It's not for myself, for the next people, okay? You see, like, we are fixing the one-column temple now. They're fixing the stair. Make it a little bit better. Because the wood, it's a long time, it's rotten. So now we try to buy the treat wood, we try to fix again. And on the meditation path, Master Quang built it. We try to put the floor, and the man, he'll do it, make it pretty. For the afternoon, in the evening, you want to meditate, you use that path to go around. And you have some students, some college students, they come here to study. They welcome to come in here, to sit down, to study, or even they go inside. Master Quang willingly to open the door for them. They come in here, turn on air conditions for them to benefit it. They can study, they can do everything they wanted, because that belongs to all of them, okay? It's not from us. So if you see that, and you will love a temple more, because that is our common property. Okay? That's my talk today about the organization. Hopefully, we'll see. You go to different temples. Sometimes they're different. Doesn't mean they don't want to accept you. In Buddhism, you can go in any temple. Okay? If you have a uniform to come in, they respect you. You don't have a uniform, they open anyway. But it's better to have a uniform. They know that you understand Buddhism. They give you a lot of respect. They open the door, okay? They open the door for you. You can go anywhere. Some, even the Chinese temple, American temple or Vietnamese temple, they all always open the door for you to come in. Even if you stay, like in here, I told Master Quang Chi, we have a night in the back. If you want to stay overnight, they're welcome. We open the door for them. They can stay here. On the weekend, they can stay a few days. We open for them. Because we respect them. We love them, okay? So Master Quang Chi always ready to open the door, any room for you to stay overnight. Some people, they come in here, they stay 3-4 nights with us. No problem whatsoever, okay? That's your place. You can do it, okay? But anybody have any question? I try to answer your question, okay? If I have no question, we will do the transfer merit and we can go to chanting. And very soon we have Ulabana, okay? Ulabana is the celebration they call the Ancestors' Day or Grandparents' Day. It's the way we practice the filial piety. In Buddhism, piety is very important, okay? We have to be pious to our grandparents, our parents, because without them, we're not here today, okay? So on the Ulabana, we do it, you see it, and you see how we practice Ulabana, okay? And we have some music, some presentation, we have some food for everybody, okay? And if you have any question, you can ask Master Quang Chi, he will tell you more about Ulabana. Now we transfer merit and go chanting. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Any positive karmic action we accomplish today, we want to transfer to ready and wish them the alignment. Inviting the bell. Buddhist
speech and mind in perfect oneness, I send my heart along with the sound of them. May the hearers awaken from forgetful and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Listen, listen, this wonderful brings me back to my true home.
Incense offering. In
gratitude we offer this incense to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas throughout space and time. May it be fragrant as earth herself reflect our careful efforts, our wholehearted mindfulness
opening verse. The
incense in the censer now is burning, all the Dharma realm in every auspicious clouds appearing, our sincere intention thus fulfilling, as all Buddhas now show their perfect body, homage to the incense cloud canopy, Bodhisattva and great Bodhisattvas.
verse is for bowing. We bow together. Homage
to the eternally abiding Buddhas, the supreme Dharma, and sagely sung throughout the Dharma realm and the realm of empties, and 3 periods of time.
homage
to the fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha, Maitreya, honored future Buddha, Manjushri, great wisdom Bodhisattva, guarding Deva Bodhisattvas and the glorious mountain assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
homage
To Amitabha Buddha in the land of ultimate bliss, Avalokiteshvara, great compassion Bodhisattva, great strength Bodhisattva, earth soar great vow Bodhisattva, and the assembly of great pure sea-like Bodhisattvas.
Please sit down. Great compassion mantra. Namo.
O great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Namo, great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Namo, great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Namo
Ratnatrayaya, Namo Shvararamdava Namo Narakindi Srimahava Sarvarhatu Shubham Ajiyam Sarva Sattva Namo Vastava Namo Vakamavitatu Taryata Om Avaloke Lokate Karati Hiri Mahabodhisattva Sarva Sarva Malamala Mahi Hridayam Koro Koro Karmam Doro Doro Vijati Mahavijati Dara Dara Chala Mama Vimala Muktelehi Ehi Shina Shina Asham Rashari Vishwa Vishwamam Prashaya Holo Holo Mara Holo Holo Hri Sara Sara Siri Siri Soro Soro Bodhiya Bodhiya Bodhaya Bodhaya Maitreya Narakendi Nina Bayamane Swaha Siddhaya Swaha Mahasiddhaya Swaha Siddhayoge Shvaraya Swaha Narakendi Swaha Maranara Swaha Sira Simha Mokaya Swaha Sarva Mahasiddhaya Swaha Chakra Siddhaya Swaha Padma Kasaya Swaha Narakendi Vagalaya Swaha Mavari Sankaraya Swaha Namo Ratnatrayaya Namo Arya Varokiteshvaraya Swaha Om Siryanto Daya Swaha.
The Dharma Bodhi
is bringing morning light in concentration. My heart is at peace, a half smile is born on my lips. This is a new day and vow to go through it in mindfulness. The sun of wisdom has risen, shining in every direction.
verses for opening a sutra, the Anshopas.
Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.
touching the earth, the one who is bound,
and the one who is bowed to are both by nature empty. Therefore the communication between is inexpressibly perfect. Our practice center is the net of Indra, reflecting all Buddhas. Every as my own person reflects in all Buddhas, to whom with my whole life I go for refuge. Offering light in the 10 directions, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, to whom we bow in gratitude.
Teaching,
living the way of awareness in the very midst of suffering and confusion. Shakyamuni Buddha, the awakened one, to whom we bow in gratitude.
cutting
Through ignorance, awakening our hearts and our minds, Manjushri, the Bodhisattva of great understanding, to whom we bow in gratitude.
working mindfully,
Fully working joyfully for the sake of all beings, Samanta Bhadra, the Bodhisattva of great action, to whom we bow in gratitude.
responding,
To suffering, serving beings in countless ways of Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva of great compassion, to whom we bow in gratitude.
seed of
Awakening and loving kindness in children, sprouts, and all beings. Treya, the Buddha, to be born, to whom we bow in gratitude.
showing the
Way fearlessly and compassionately, the stream of all our ancestral teach, to whom we bow in gratitude.
the Dharma,
Deep and lovely, we now have a chance to see it and practice it. We vow to realize its true meaning.
the Pranaparamita, the
Bodhisattva Avalokita, while moving in the discourse of Prajna Paramita, shed light on the 5 skandhas and found them equally empty. After this penetration, he overcame ill-beingness, and Shariputra, form is empty. Emptiness is form, form is not other than emptiness. Emptiness is not other than. The same is true with feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. Listen, Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They are neither produced nor destroyed, neither defiled nor immaculate, neither increasing nor decreasing. Therefore in emptiness there is neither form nor feel, no perceptions nor mental formations nor consciousness, no eye or ear or nose or tongue or body or mind, no form, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object, sub-elements, no interdependent origins, and no of them, no ill-being, no cause of ill-being, no end of ill-being, and no path, no understanding, no attainment, because there is no attainment. The Bodhisattva's ground in Prajna Paramita find no obstacles for. No obstacles they overcome fear, liberating themselves forever from illusion and realizing perfect nirvana. All Buddhas in the past, present, and future arrive at Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore one should know that perfect understand is the highest mantra, the unequaled mantra, the destroyer of ill-being, the incorruptible truth, the mantra, Prajna Paramita should there. Gate, gate, para, samgate, bodhi, swaha, gate, gate, para, samgate, bodhi, swaha, gate, gate, para, samgate, bodhi, swaha.
Invoking the Bodhisattva's name, we invoke your name.
Avalokiteshvara, we aspire to way of listening in order to help relieve the suffering in the world. You know how to listen in order to understand. We invoke your name in order to practice listening with all our attention and open-heartedness. We will sit and listen without any prejudice. We will sit and listen without judging or react. We will sit and listen in order to understand. We will sit and listen. Be able to hear what the other person is saying. What is being left unsaid, we know that just by listening deeply already alleviate a great deal of pain and suffering in the other person.
We invoke your
name, Manjushri. We aspire to learn your way, which is to be still and to look deep into the heart of things and into the hearts of people. We will look with all our attention and open-hearted. We will look with unprejudiced eyes. We will look without judging or react. We will look deeply so that we will be able to see and understand the roots of suffering through the impermanent and selfless nature of all that is. We will practice using the sword of understanding to cut through the bonds of suffering, thus freeing ourselves and other species.
We invoke
your name, Samanta Bhadra. We aspire to practice your vow to act with the eyes and heart of compassion, to bring joy to one person in the morning and to ease the pain of one person in the afternoon. We know that the happiness of others is our own happiness, and we aspire to practice joy on the path of service. We know that every word, every look, every action, and every smile can bring happiness to us. We know that if we practice wholeheartedly, we ourselves may become an inexhaustible source of peace and joy, and for all species.
We invoke
your name, Shittigarbha. We aspire to learn your way of being present where there is darkness, suffering, oppression, and despair, so we can bring light, hope, and liberation to those places. We are determined not to forget about or abandon those in desperate situations. We will do our best to establish contact with those who can find a way out of their suffering, those whose cries for help, justice, equality, and human rights are not being heard. We know that help can be found in many places on. We will do our best not to contribute to creating more hells on, and to help transform the hells that already exist. We will qualities of perseverance and stability, so that like the earth we can always be supportive and faithful to those in need.
the three refuges. I take
refuge in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this life. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and of love. I take the community that lives in harmony and awareness. In the refuge of Buddha, I clearly see the path of light and beauty, and the dwelling in the refuge of Dharma. I learn to open many doors on the path of transformation. Dwelling in the refuge of Sangha, shining light that supports me, keeping my practice free of obstruction.
Taking
refuge in the Buddha, in myself I aspire to help all people recognize their awakened nature, realizing the mind of love, taking refuge in the Dharma. In myself I aspire to help all people fully master the ways of practice, and walk together on the path of liberation, taking refuge in the Sangha. In myself I aspire to help all people build fourfold unities, to embrace all beings and support their transformation.
Sharing the merit,
reciting the sutras, practicing way of awareness, gives rise to benefits without limits. We vow to share the fruits with all beings. We vow to offer tribute to parents, teachers, friends, and numerous beings who give guidance along the path. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. As our Venerable Abbot mentioned, Ulambana, our Ancestors' Day, is coming up on August 27th. It'll be a Sunday. The ceremony will begin at 10 a.m. Along with this year's ceremony, we'll also be displaying our ancestral tablets, or little mini ancestral shrines. So if you have a desire to add your ancestors, anyone has passed away, onto those tablets for us to pray for during the ceremony, you're welcome to make a donation in order to do that, or you can do it online as well on our website. That way, all the tablets will be read during the prayer, during the ceremony.